Yo, 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 yo. We is back. We is back. Hit that like button. That like button, y'all. We got 4 days of white on white crime month. We're gonna make September white on white crime month, man. Every September we're gonna cover it. 30-day run. We just trying to make sure we shed light on all the problems in America. That's all. Ain't nothing personal, y'all. It's just business, man. We obligated over here on Keep It G News to shed light on all the issues going on in America. We talk about black issues daily. You know, we talk about crime, talk about murders, assaults that go on in the black community daily. I just think, for the month of September, it's time to focus on, other crimes, because black people aren't the only ones committing crimes in this country. I think a lot of people didn't know that. You wouldn't know that. If you just looked at mainstream media, listen to hip hop, you wouldn't. So it's my duty to show y'all, that it's a lot of crime going on in this country. It ain't just black. All right. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's check this image out. What's up? What's up, Al?
Gemini, which of these would be a little less expected?
Check out the alliums. They'd go great with the hydrangeas below.
Will those last till Saturday?
Yeah, they should last until Saturday.
Well, Scott Payne, I appreciate you coming in. Look, at the end of the day, people could feel how they feel about law enforcement, about the FBI, but ultimately, the work that you did stopped mass shootings.
Yes.
You talked about multiple instances where had you not intervened and had you not came in and busted these people, there would be just another tragedy in America's long history.
Yeah.
Another mass shooting, a synagogue shooting, a school shooting,
God
a
damn.
shooting at a rally, and so forth. Why do you think that America is so unique with so many mass shootings?
Bad parenting.
Well, I have a lot of friends in other countries where they have like the UK, and there's not really any weapons, not a lot of weapons. In America, we've got the Second Amendment. I don't see good law.
Nah. Yeah, he not taking accountability, y'all. This guy, whoever he is, Scott Payne, FBI agent, is not taking accountability. I told y'all, and I'm standing on it. This is a parenting issue. This is a parenting issue, man. We need better parents for these kids. They failing the kids, man.
Law-abiding citizens wanting to turn in their weapons. I like the whole Constitution. I mean, I think enough to uphold the entire Constitution, not just part of it. A very wise friend of mine, we were talking about it one day. I go, man, wow, what's changed? I mean, in the 80s, we all had guns. I had guns in my truck, whatever. We didn't go. The mass shootings didn't happen. Do you want to go down the rabbit hole of mental health, this, that, and the other?
Nope.
No, I think we need to take away the.
No, yeah, we blame too much for mental health. We ain't doing that. We blaming that shit on parenting over here. That's what we're blaming it on, y'all. Parenting.
Opportunity. That came from, like I was saying, a wise friend goes out and instructs and is a former police officer himself. That opportunity, then down, but there's just so much going on. I mean, when I do these interviews where I'm talking to people, I go, it's very cliche, but if you see something, say something. Look at the base. That dad, after his son got arrested, TMD, said, oh, I thought it was just a phase. A phase. So you got a 21-year-old son who can barely hold down a job. When he does odd jobs for you. Didn't even have a car for most of the time I knew him. And he has groups of people coming over all the time training on your land.
Bad
And
parenting.
you heard the conversations. You walked down there and drank with us. And then you walk into his room. He has the skull of the goat that we killed and sacrificed.
I told you. Yes. So why he not going? Why he not going? Admit what the real issue is, man. Y'all think I just be trolling? I really be dead, sir. Everything he just mentioned was something that a parent should have picked up on. So why are we not making these mass shootings a parenting issue, man? I don't even. I forgot what I sent you, Dave. I gotta check.
At a pagan ritual, a white supremacy ritual at a hate camp.
What's up,
And he's got
cuz?
that skull.
Happy
And on
birthday,
one side
boy.
of the skull is the book Siege by James Mason, we already talked about. And on the other side is Mein Kampf by Hitler. You think that's a phase?
Yeah.
So I get it. In law enforcement, it happens all the time. You see, like my mom wouldn't agree. You know, I'll show you a video. And they go, oh, that's not my little Johnny. My little Johnny would never do that. We're going to have to start being a little bit better at reporting.
No.
When you see, because look at almost all these shootings that have happened.
What the fuck happened? Hold up.
Once you start doing the hot wash and start digging and scratching.
Yo, he not taking accountability, y'all. I told y'all it was a parenting issue. Why he just won't say it? Like if there was black kids doing this, yo, everybody would be blaming the parents. The culture. Maybe we should blame the culture. Maybe we should take it off the parents and just blame the culture. Yeah, man. You know, broaden our perspective. Everything that he just mentioned, and this is the FBI agent that stopped mass shootings. Everything he just mentioned spoke to bad parenting. You know, not paying attention to the signs. But yet and still, he still won't acknowledge the obvious. It's the obvious, yo, because something is wrong, yo, in these households. And these kids are being radicalized. They're doing some of the wildest crimes in America. And it's happening right under the fucking comforts of their own home. And the parents is oblivious to the whole situation. What's up, North?
There were signs all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but nobody reported it. So, yeah. I don't know. It's a tough spot. I don't know. We can look at demographics. You can say, okay, the most shootings have happened in the places in the United States that have the most laws. But some people may say, well, the rebuttal would be that very condensed areas, and it's not like where everybody's spread out. I don't know.
Well, look, if you look it up, the U.S. is number 10 on the murder per capita rate in terms of countries around the world.
Okay.
Jamaica is number 1, Ecuador, Haiti, Honduras, Mexico, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Bermuda, Mongolia, then the United States. When you take a look at mass shootings, by far number 1.
Well, yeah.
109 versus France is at 6.
Yeah.
Germany 5, Canada 4.
It's very
You see what I'm
228.
saying?
Where you get them numbers from?
We really hold the crown for mass shootings in America, even on a per capita basis.
Big guns with a lot of bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can put 30 in a clip, as long as you don't have a malfunction. You can get 30 off.
Yeah. Well, Scott, appreciate you coming in. Really a lot of interesting perspectives in terms of...
Yo, he not being honest, y'all. But I'm telling you, this shit got me spooked. All this white on white violence going on in America, this shit need to stop, man. I think we need to start focusing in on this shit. I don't think we give it enough attention, y'all. I'm the only one talking about it on the internet. Look at this right here. Let me show y'all something. Look at this shit. I say this earlier. We know theft is high. A string of burglaries. Check this out. You got people like this roaming the streets. They're a danger to the national security. Look at this.
Look at these images. The mystery woman in a hat. The suspect, police say, in a string of home burglaries in the area. Her knock at the door at homes before a break-in caught on surveillance cameras. Images released by Howard County Police and Anne Arundel County Police last week, but months before those incidents were reported.
It's not funny. No, it's crazy. It's crazy that she's still on the loose.
Michelle Claiborne, who lives in Baltimore County, says she spotted the same woman attempting the same crime at her home in Catonsville.
This is the window that she attempted to get into.
In late May, Claiborne got an alert from her security cameras to her cell phone. She watched as the woman knocked on her front door and then made her way to the backyard.
I see her reaching in her pants and she's putting on gloves and pulls out something, and then I see her trying to jimmy open one of our windows in the back, and I grab my purse, call 911.
The woman broke a window on side of the house trying to get inside.
You see this shit?
The dogs inside started barking.
She cut herself. She left some bloody gloves that the Baltimore County Police Department took. So the police aren't sure if she realized how many dogs we had, that they were not crated,
JB.
or the fact that she cut herself.
Man, look at this, man.
Scared her off.
Out of control.
She didn't steal anything from the home, but left behind costly damage for Claiborne.
Costly damage, about $3,500.
Baltimore County Police working now to see if there's a connection to the other burglaries. Meantime, Howard and Anne Arundel County Police are asking for the public's help to identify this woman. Investigators believe she's involved in at least 2 break-ins in Ellicott City and another in Severna Park
this girl's a
over
threat.
the past 2 weeks.
They need to find her. Look, she don't even give a fuck. You can have a Doug in the house. She don't give a fuck about none of that shit. She coming in there. This lady is a danger to society, y'all. We need her off the streets. And we need her off the streets. So she might be one of them. She might be one of them super predators that Hillary Clinton and everybody talks so much about. I don't know, y'all. It's my opinion. I think that's what they would look at this lady. You would have never thought. I mean, she look like a soccer mom. I mean, yo, you got people that can blend in. You got soccer moms that can blend in. The whole time they burglars. She might be armed, y'all. I think she armed. What's in that bag? The fuck she got in that bag, yo? She might got a Glock 40 in that bitch. Workers' worst nightmare, for real. Look at her, yo.
Brazen. She does it middle of the day. The fact that she hasn't been caught, it's not like it's nighttime and you can't see her approaching. Middle of the day.
Take
Middle
a
of the
good
day.
look at
Brazen.
these images. The mystery.
Yo, this is brazen, y'all. Middle of the day, she not even waiting the nighttime. God damn. I keep telling y'all think this shit, y'all think I'm joking. Look at this shit right here. You got political beefs going on. Check this
My
out.
family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump. But we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged. You are paying attention to justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial and keep the faith.
Look,
My family and I.
they indicting the indicters. Look, they indicted James Comey, man. What the fuck is going on out here, man? They didn't indict it. The man that indicts everybody. Jurisdiction of the legislative branch of the United States government. Order about September 30th, 2020, in the Eastern District of the States. At the F Trump. It's getting out of control, man. It's getting out of control, man. You got the lead detective at the FBI basically funneling information to news organizations. Yeah, I think this is the worst it's ever been, y'all. It's the worst that it's ever been. This shit is out of control. And look at this. We gotta do something about these
Need
radicals,
cash
man.
for renovations but don't want a loan? Here's how I got $30,000 without debt, banks, or high interest. This was my
Hey,
outdated.
he ain't playing no game. Look at this right here. Hold up.
Now learned the man who shot and killed 3 people in Mount Washington this past weekend has also now died. So 2 of the victims were sisters.
Look at this. Look at this type of shit that's going on out here.
With the update. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, hey, Cherie. So that suspected gunman was identified by police.
Let's find him. Samuel Erickson. Samuel Erickson. 2 weeks ago. Look at this shit, man. And y'all don't think that
Students in Mount Washington. Warning signs in the form of 911 calls were made about a month before the tragedy.
Where's the
Police are
parents?
saying the shooter had a romantic interest in one of the girls that he killed. News 5's Daisy Kershaw now. Following the investigation, she's live for us with the calls of one of the victims. Daisy.
Mike, on August 31st, Cincinnati police say Samuel Erickson shot and killed sisters Faven and Aiden Adunia and their friend Ben
In the people's chat. Yeah, we just try to give it the attention it deserves. That's all. We talked about black on black crime for so long. Man, that argument is getting stale. I think radicalization.
New 911 calls reveal that Aiden called police to report concerns that Erickson was going to take his own life.
Cincinnati 911, what is the address of your emergency? I'm not sure about the address, but I have, there's this guy I'm talking to, and he just sent me a message saying, she's gonna hurt himself.
Aiden Adunia telling Cincinnati police she was concerned, describing a chilling message she received from Samuel Erickson.
What did he text you? Like, what was the wording? Okay, this is what it says. I have scheduled this message to send for after I'm dead, so you don't have to worry about me anymore. He has been saying this kind of stuff to me in the past. Yeah. But I was able to get to him. Like, he responded. Like, on Sunday,
what's up, Candy
he sent me a picture. He bought a gun, and he sent me a picture of it, and I called him. I was able to call him Sunday night, and he was able to calm down, and we had kind of like talked about getting rid of the gun and getting like a professional help.
Did he end up getting rid of that, or you don't know for sure?
Nope, he killed people.
I don't know. I don't think so, because we talked about it yesterday, and we kind of had a disagreement.
Yeah.
So I don't think he got rid of it.
After the initial 911, records show Aiden called back multiple times to check in.
More bad parenting, y'all. Yo, I'm telling you, it's a parenting issue. More bad parenting. Where was the mother? Where was the father? You got a child on the edge. Shit is crazy.
To see if they were able to help Erickson. In one of those last calls, sharing this.
I forgot to mention this the first time I called. If he saw a siren, a police siren, then he's gonna actually go ahead and shoot himself.
Now, Cincinnati police confirmed with.
Unbelievable. We got thefts. We got murders. This shit is crazy. Political assassination attempts. Telling y'all, man. Yeah, we better start paying attention to what's going on, y'all. Stop ignoring this shit. I'm telling you, we better stop ignoring these problems, man. We just watched the lady brazen. I mean, she was running the houses. Looked like she had a Glock 40 in the purse. Just my opinion. No, it could have been a 9. It could have been a knife. It was something in that purse, you know, for protection. Running up in houses, right? Without provocation, no warning, broad daylight. Like she didn't give a fuck. It could have been a family gathering in that house. She was coming in there regardless, man. And y'all, I'm the new chairman of Turning Point too, y'all. Like how Dame Dash said he was the chairman of Revolt. You know, we doing a 30. This is a 30-day run. I talked to the people over at Turning Point, y'all. They gonna make me the acting chairman. See how it goes. You know what I mean? For church kids, and we got to get the truth out here, yo, because it's a lot of lies being told. Trying to tell you, it's a lot of lies being told. We just watched the dude yesterday pull up the FBI statistics and got mad what he seen. Yeah, hey JB, what you on that live? Man, that man was furious when he seen that black people didn't commit most of violent crime in America. Furious. I'm talking about. He was so mad, he called for the FBI director to update the stats. Like, you feel me? Because it didn't fit his narrative. The same stats that we've been reading, showing people the truth. He had them stats, and he was highly upset at what he read. Highly upset. I mean, he might not never read them stats again. Straight up. It's out of control, y'all. What am I looking for? Long Crime Network. Look at this. All this crime and carnage that's going on right now, man. I'm telling you, I'm scared. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but you hit that like button. Are they gonna keep doing that? Look at this shit.
Did you know you could be entitled to a 5 or 6 figure payout if you suffered a serious injury at work, like a broken bone?
Look at this, y'all. Pastor's son. Look, more bad parenting. Held 4 people captive in the basement for years. This is the pastor's son. The fuck is going? Come on now. Why the parents ain't arrested? Yeah, this is the pastor's son. Yeah, how are they getting away with this shit?
Of confining 4 people in their own hell in his basement. Authorities say he held 4 people against their will, beating them and strangling them inside his home, in some cases for as long as a decade.
Damn!
They found out about the alleged house of horror.
This shit, yo.
One of the people.
Yo, this is how I be talking. Yo, people don't think this is an issue. Like, come on now. Yo, we gotta be real, y'all. Yo, the man held 4 people captive in his basement. At one point, yo, for decades. Like, how many decades? We talk about 20 years? 30 years? Hey, cut it out. Like, oh, this shit is crazy. And y'all talking about we shouldn't be scared. Man, fuck that. I'm scared to death. I'm ready to call the police right now.
People allegedly held
just captive for no reason.
Died. We're on the case. Presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. When I read the headline to this story, I had to read it twice because it was so shocking, so disturbing, and it's the kind of story where you just can't comprehend that something like this could allegedly happen. But
I can comprehend it. Bad parenting. It ain't that hard to comprehend. I mean, all you gotta do is be honest. Bad parenting. Look, I was supposed to let him put them fucking fingers up behind her head like that. Red flag. It's a red flag right here, y'all.
Police in Lancaster, South Carolina say these allegations are very real. And they center around the man you see here. His name is Donnie Ray Birchfield Jr. He's now under arrest. He's facing several charges. In just a moment, law enforcement has told us, by the way, that more charges could be coming, pending the outcome of an investigation that is still ongoing. So let's go back to when police first what was allegedly happening inside Birchfield's home. The story begins on July 25th. Police in Lancaster, South Carolina, it's about an hour south of Charlotte, they got a call about an unattended death inside Birchfield's home. According to warrants obtained by the Post and Courier media outlet, police determined that the woman who had died inside that house had died actually a day prior to them showing up at Birchfield's home. They say there was also evidence that the woman was physically denied food, water, and medical treatment. This was just the beginning of what law enforcement allegedly found on Birchfield. There were also 3 other people inside this house, and police say they were allegedly being held captive.
We just creating false narratives. That's all. If you wonder what we do, we just creating false narratives. This is something that happens in America. This is what we do over here. I'm just throwing my hat in the ring. I'm just trying to participate.
By Birchfield. Now, we found several pictures of Birchfield on social media. It's of him and his family. And in many ways, it appears that he was continuing to live his life publicly as all of this allegedly was happening behind the door of his home. The newspaper also reports that the woman who died had a husband and he was being held captive inside Birchfield's home. There were 2 more people, a total of 4 people allegedly being held captive. The other 2 were women, police say, who Birchfield was in a relationship with. Police said for the husband and wife, Birchfield was the sole provider for them. It's unclear at this point who they are, and it's unclear how Birchfield knew them. Now, as far as the 2 women who were in some kind of romantic relationship with Birchfield,
why the fuck is he still living at home with his parents? That's the bigger question. More bad. They supposed to been put his ass out. This motherfucker 84 years old. Parents probably 106, and he's still living in the house. Red flag.
Police say one had moved into the house in September of last year. The other, get this, had been in the home, police say, since 2015. We are talking a decade. Now on Facebook, again, Birchfield in pictures, seemingly looking like someone who lived a normal life, and there is a woman who he is.
They always look like that. The last girl looked like she looked like a soccer mom. Whole time she was a fucking burglar. I mean, they always look like they live a normal life. But if he was black with gold, they'd have called him a fucking thug. Why he not a thug? Right? I think we should call him a thug. For conversation purposes, we're gonna call him a gangster.
With in a profile picture, but we don't know who that is. Now, he kept the 4 in his basement, and they were only allowed to leave when he let them. Birchfield also controlled the victims' cell phones, police say. He stopped them from calling for help. He also allegedly controlled when the victims would eat and when they would use the bathroom. Physically, police say Birchfield abused the victims, slavery, including by strangling them. One woman allegedly told police that Birchfield threatened to kill her and her family, and that he said he knew how to get rid of a body from past experience. Then, since 20...
So where's the murder charges? Fuck that. He need to be thoroughly investigated first. I think that Rico. I think they need to do some further investigation. I think it might be more people involved. I want to see a RICO charge straight up. Federal. I need to see a federal RICO. I doubt it. No, I doubt it. No, that's not typically how it happens. Typically, violence is perpetrated by, community on community. So I know this white on white violence.
21, police allege that Birchfield used the couple's credit card and debit card to pay for at least $2,000 to buy items online from Walmart. There were 32 transactions. In fact, police say they were all for Birchfield. And financially, he wasn't done because he also allegedly spent nearly $12,000 of that couple's money over the first 8 months of this year, and that was to pay off multiple credit cards. You might be wondering, what kind of monster is this? Well, a member of his family is pushing back on these allegations, calling them gossip. I'll tell you what she had to say.
Shit. What the fuck? Hold up. They call this shit gossip. That shit was a street. That shit was a myth. They don't even believe it. That is crazy, yo. They not taking. I told y'all, they're not taking accountability. Accountability is an issue in these households, man. I'm giving out parenting classes, specifically to white people. I mean, giving out parenting classes. I'm telling you, I ain't never even had a parent teacher conference. You heard me. And you got shit like this going on. Grown ass man. He probably been doing this shit for years. His first victim probably when he was 7. He probably been doing that shit for at least 30 years now.
In just a moment. What we do know about Birchfield, again, you saw a lot of pictures with him and his family. It appears that he is the son of a Baptist pastor in Lancaster, South Carolina. It also appears he's just a huge fan of professional wrestling. His social media shows him with several wrestlers, and this one, in some ways, is sad around Birchfield's neck.
Yeah,
he's accused of course, in this story, it's not just some gimmick or storyline. This is very real. And again, someone died. And the question is, will he face charges for that? Police say the investigation is ongoing. Now, as far as at least one person who may be in his corner on social media, on Facebook, quote, "Before you share or repost anything about my family, please stop and put yourself in our place. Okay. What if it were your son, your brother, or your friend being gossiped about and judged online? Spreading speculation, repeating unverified claims, and adding commentary only causes more harm. It's not helping anyone." Now, look, it is true that we have not heard Birchfield.
What the fuck? That is a bold statement right there.
Field's side of the story. And if there's any chance that all of this is some big misunderstanding, certainly we'll wait and hear what his side will be. It's also unclear how the woman in his home died. We're still waiting for a cause of death from authorities, and it's unclear how someone could allegedly be held captive in at least one case for a decade.
And it's unclear how the woman died and nobody went to jail. How did this go unnoticed for all these years, man? Like, it's a lot of things that's unclear in this whole situation. Only thing we got confirmed now is he's a fucking gangster and he's a threat to society. And we need to get these guys off the streets. Yeah, bro, he's a suspect. Hey, that's what they always say, right? I agree.
For no one to know about it until over the summer when Birchfield was arrested. When we talked to law enforcement, they said that more charges are potentially coming as this investigation continues on, and it is a very complicated investigation. Birchfield's currently facing 16 charges. There's 2 counts of abuse of a vulnerable adult, 4 counts of false imprisonment, 2 counts of domestic violence, high and aggravated nature, financial transaction card fraud, exploitation of a vulnerable adult, 2 counts of financial transaction card theft, identity fraud, and 3 counts of exploitation of a vulnerable adult.
No, hell no. No, we ain't doing that. What the fuck they charged Diddy with? Where's the Mann Act? Why is the Mann Act not intact in this situation? Now these charges not stiff enough, right? They need to upgrade these charges.
He's being held on $150,000 bond.
Jesus Christ. Y'all get the fuck out of here. Yo, I'm about 100. $10 years straight. One of them resulting in debt, and you can get $150,000 bond in the United States of America. Who would have known, man? Who would have known that could be true in the country that we live in? Niggas get caught with straps and get no bonds. You hear me? I didn't know people. I know people that got domestic violence charges where they didn't even hit the person and got no bonds.
Joining us now to talk more about this is former sheriff's deputy and former SWAT team member Chad Ayers. Always great to have you on Law and Crime. Thanks for being with us. This is a disturbing case, to say the least. I guess just
imagine being able to build an app with your name.
Unbelievable. I'm disgraced at the United States justice system.
Birchfield. Now, we found several pictures of Birchfield on disturbing case, to say the least. I guess just what do you take away from what we've read thus far?
No, Chris, it's great to join you again, as always. First and foremost, psychopath, and how embarrassing it is that this is actually taking place or took place in my own state of South Carolina. Honestly, it took me back to several years ago where a gentleman by the name of I'm sure many of you remember this case. Same type of situation, except he was actually charged with several high-profile murders in the upstate, but he had kept people captive in Connex boxes. Again, not exactly the same thing, but same type of just sick mentality. But obviously, we got a lot of questions, and obviously, as this investigation continues to play out and more information comes, I think it's going to shed a lot of light on the background of this sick individual.
We typed Donnie Birchfield's name into truthfinder.com.
We're not blaming this on mental health. Oh, he's a Trump supporter too? Wow. Was he far right? Was this guy radicalized? Stan, so we gotta talk. Well, we know we've been talking about radicalized kids. I think we need to start talking about radicalized adults too. Like I think it did move past the kid stages.
We saw the address that police say these horrific crimes allegedly happened in. We use Truthfinder to learn more about the people involved in our stories that can give you criminal background checks, as well as known addresses, so you can understand someone better. But even if you don't work in true crime,
it's always mental health.
Yeah, I think sometimes, Chris, I have to remind myself, not everyone has that same type of relationship with their family and friends like I do. I come from a very tight-knit family after my parents.
No. Yo, they always do this. Now he trying to take the burden off the family and say, maybe they didn't know. Maybe it's a throw, it's a shot in the dark that they didn't even know. Yo, you talking about a man that had these people captive for up to 10 years, man. They knew what the fuck was going on. We ain't doing that.
Once a day, if not every other day. I mean, we're tight-knit. But it's important to not everyone, has that type of relationship with friends and family. So I think when you're, in a relationship with a narcissistic person like this individual was, you can start playing mind games. Look, that's a form of domestic violence. It's a domestic abuse is exactly what it is.
Hell no.
So that's why it is important, to you see these early.
We ain't doing that. They owe that bitch excuses in the world. Why not just call him a thug? I mean, just call him a thug, yo. We love that word in America. We love the thug word, gangster word. Like, why not call him that? This guy. Look at this. Complete heinous.
New DraftKings casino players.
This is a heinous
the choice
murder
is yours.
right here, yo.
Get 500 total spins on Huff and More Puff or Huff and Even More Puff.
I wonder if he was radicalized too. Y'all remember that?
Remember about a month ago, I think one of the police officers that Kayla was outside taking Murphy out and she saw a shadow.
Yep.
A police interview of surviving King Road roommate Dylan Mortensen reveals clues detectives followed up on early in the investigation.
Did you hear Murphy barking or doing anything? Yes, he was barking a lot.
I go through what Dylan's...
I'm taking over. I'm the chairman of Turning Point now, y'all. We had a discussion. It's a 30-day trial. 30-day trial, y'all, because we don't trust what's going on over there. We don't know who's involved. So they decided to make me the chairman. And we're gonna get America right. Try to tell you, y'all, we're gonna get America right, man. Straight up. We giving all facts. We not just talking about black people. We talking about all people. We trying to paint everybody in a negative light. We tired of the narratives being spent by black people. That's not true. It's all stereotypical. So we ready to make our own stereotypes. And right now, the focus in America, what needs to be the focus, is this type of shit. Idaho man comes in there, kills. He goes into a dormitory and kills, I think 5, maybe 4 or 5 people while they were asleep.
Said, what it means and how it helped the investigation. Plus, more photos are released from the case. We'll take a look. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Dylan Mortensen was one of 2 roommates who survived the quadruple homicides on King Road nearly 3 years ago. And she is the only person that we know saw the killer walking through the house that morning. The only eyewitness, and frankly, she was also an ear witness who said she heard things in the house at the time that her 4 friends were being murdered. Brian Koberger pleaded guilty to breaking into the house on King Road and murdering Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. We've seen Dylan Mortensen in body-worn camera footage from the first officer to arrive on the scene. Her face, of course, is blurred, and she described for that officer what she heard and saw. And we're going to take a look back at that here in a little bit. But now we are seeing one of her several interviews with detectives after she appears to have calmed down a little bit. Dylan was taken to the Moscow Police Department and interviewed by Detective Lance Mowry.
Yeah, we just finished in the month of September all strong. You know, we've been focusing on white crime, I think, for the month of September. You know, we at least got to dedicate a month to them. Yeah, we didn't dedicate 30 years to black on black crime. I think we can at least give them a month. You know, so, you know, they can see what the fuck going on in their community. Because everybody got the stats of what's happening in black. Shit, these motherfuckers don't even got stats. A lot of these people got solutions. Like, this is crazy as it may sound. You got a lot of these people that never been born, raised, went to school, got friends in these communities, and they actually providing solutions as to how to fix the problem, which is, you know, I think it's idiotic to me. But they don't have no solutions for this. And this is happening right in their backyard. No solutions.
Did you have, in the recent history, have anybody that you thought might have been stalking you, or that was just acting weird?
No, but I mean, talking. Remember about a month ago, I think that one of the police officers that Kaylee was outside taking Murphy out, and she saw a shadow.
Yep. Okay.
And then when Kaylee was at Winco, Xana was in the car. She noticed this guy was following her. She got what she was getting put in the car, and she could see in her view that the guy was behind her in the car. Okay. So obviously he was trying to follow her. And then that was about like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Now, this was the afternoon of the murders, and detectives were gathering information from the people who called 911, who were there when A, the murders happened, and B, when police arrived. It's very, very early in the investigation, at least should be. This is a murderer is on the loose. Someone who is capable of committing a cold-blooded murder using...
Look at that landscape, man. Beautiful place, man. Yeah, man. Probably riddled with fucking gangsters. Just all roaming through the fucking mountains. Riding ATVs and fishing and, you know, hunting. You know, doing all that type of shit that gangsters do.
A knife to murder 4 people in a relatively short amount of time. We don't know if the investigators ever figured out who the shadow was. Was it Brian Koberger? We don't know, but we do know from court documents that the Winco incident was investigated, and the man who followed Kaylee was ruled out as a suspect through DNA testing. And prosecutors said that he cooperated by handing over his phone to detectives. That man told detectives that he thought Kaylee was pretty and wanted to ask her out, but he kind of chickened out and never did. Prosecutors said the incident was recorded by surveillance cameras. Brian Koberger had tried to introduce that man as an alternate suspect. Judge Hippler denied that request. Now back to Dylan's interview, where she talks about the doors in the house on King Road.
And then about a week ago, our door is broken, but me, Maddie, and Ben came home, the door is wide open. And obviously, yes, the door is broken, but that could also be something else as well.
The front door?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever find the back slider open or anything? Is that usually locked? What's the condition?
I mean, we're pretty good at locking it. I don't think we locked it last night.
The code's fairly well known to the front door people.
I mean, only people that know us, brand people would not know. But
right.
Yeah.
This is horrible, yo. I can't believe it's 2025 and we got things like this happening. It's crazy. You thought we'd have fixed this by now.
Yeah.
She was going to move in with you guys, possibly. Doesn't sound like you do it. Okay. Did Kaylee ever say anything or report that weirdness to anybody else other than you guys?
I can't. There's no.
It's a high-stakes, twist-filled ride into the with 50 Cent exclusive, but the sliding glass door was the main point of interest. It was open when Officer Nunez arrived, and Dylan said she saw black kitchen and outside glass door. At that point, they don't know if the killer entered the front door or not. The discussion then turned to Murphy, Kaylee's dog, who can be heard on surveillance video.
They don't even care about animals.
Did you hear Murphy barking or doing anything?
Yes, he was barking a lot.
Throughout the night, or?
And I heard Kaylee go upstairs, he was barking a lot, and then I could tell that he was outside. I don't know how the police found him, because he wasn't in the house.
Okay.
But he has a puppy, he barks, but he was barking a lot if there was someone there.
And that was, at 1:32, or was that around 4?
When it happened.
And when he was barking, when you first heard him on barking after she was up there playing, did you hear him go outside, or did he start outside?
Murphy was with Kaylee when they were like dancing. They walked upstairs, he was still with her. And then when she would yell, someone's here, he started barking in the house. And then I believe the slider door was open, and I think he went out that way, because I could tell like the sound of his barking was getting like more distant.
Do you think that Murphy would have gone after him, wherever he was?
Maybe, but I mean, his puppy doesn't fully know that yet.
Well, he would just be, if anything, probably playing. After he closed the slider, or did he leave it open?
I don't know. I just ran downstairs.
He ain't treat you.
Okay, anything else? I'm going to talk to my guys who've done other interviews and see if anybody's got questions, so we can kind of start putting more pieces together.
After this, the interview ends, but there are other interviews. When Dylan talks about Kaylee playing with Murphy and going upstairs, I think she likely had her confused with Xana. We know that Xana was up getting her DoorDash order, which was dropped off right around 4 a.m., and her food was in the kitchen. We can see that in photos. Maddie and Kaylee were in Maddie's bed upstairs, covered in blankets and sheets. So I can tell you, it was not Kaylee at 4 a.m. dancing and playing with Murphy, sadly. It was likely Xana, who yelled, "Someone is here," and ran to her bedroom from the second floor, followed downstairs by the killer. Dylan was interviewed at the police department after the initial statement she gave to Officer Nunez outside of the house just after noon.
All I heard was I heard her go upstairs and go, okay, I'm going to go to sleep now because she's going upstairs. Also, who go upstairs? Kaylee and dog Murphy.
And upstairs to the very top?
Yeah, that's where her room is. But I jumped up and locked my door because I was so scared. And I heard someone in the bathroom and I heard her crying.
You know why he did it? I mean, you know all the issues in the black community. Why he do this, man? Yeah, man, because you two look like they ain't trying to send y'all over here today. Why'd he do that? If they don't know, I would expect, because I got answers on what's going on in the black community. I can tell you why these things are happening. Now I'm asking you, what the fuck did he do this for, man? We want to know. The black citizens in America want to know why he did this. Let me know, man. Take your time, though. We got all day.
I heard some guy say that you're going to be okay, I'm going to help you. And I kept calling her name, but she wasn't answering. And then I opened the door for a second, and I saw this guy, and he was not insanely tall, but he was wearing all black and like this mask that was just covering his forehead and his mouth. And I locked the door, and I called, and I didn't know what to do.
This is at 4?
4, yeah, yes. Okay. And so then I just ran down to
you left here?
I left my room down to she's that one with the white blinds at the very bottom. I ran down there and we talked, and we just locked the door. We didn't think anything of it. We're like, nothing happens in Moscow, so we just tried to go to bed. And then we woke up, and it was weird because none of our roommates were up, and we called all of them. They were not waking up, and so me and like, this is weird. So I called and come over, and then that's all this happened.
What are their names?
Maddie Mogen, MADDIE MOGEN.
AK, come on now. Come on now, let's stay on topic. We've been talking about black on black crime for 30 years. You don't think it's time, to transition? Come on, K-Day. Let's be real. You don't think, other crime that's affecting the people? Let's talk about it, man. What the fuck going on, okay? Now y'all want to leave. Y'all don't never want to have these uncomfortable conversations, right? Y'all never want to have these uncomfortable conversations.
And then Kaylee, Kaylee, Clavage, NCLA.
Hey, see, I thought.
I think that's how you spell it.
How old is Maddie?
21. Or 21 or 22. I can't remember. They're both over 21, but I don't know exactly.
I think so.
Hey, Mac.
How old is?
Do you know why he did this? Hey, Mac Deasy. Why did he do this? Come on, man. We need answers, man. We need answers. Why did he do this? This was heinous. No regard for human life.
Over 21. I believe she's 21 or 22. Sorry, no, 21.
It's okay. You're doing great.
Thanks. Yeah, y'all don't want to talk about the issues, bro. That's crazy, bro.
You're doing very well.
Do you know if the other two girls are upstairs or not?
Right now, what we got to do is we got to process this whole thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Why y'all always do that? Why every time we touch on these important topics, y'all want to crack jokes? Like, come on, man. We talk about it. We talk about something that's affecting this country, man. You got people scared all over the place. Like, come on now. Can we talk about this for real? Can we really have a real conversation about what's going on in this country, y'all? We ain't got to talk about my headline. We ain't got to talk about none of that, yo. We need to talk about the issues at hand and this white radicalization, man. That's it. That's all we talking about for the rest of the month. Yeah, we got 4 more days, y'all. We got to close the month of September out strong, man. Because come October, we going back to hip-hop. But at least for the next 4 days, we got to shed light on this issue. Yeah, he trolled, because they don't want to talk about the issue, man. They don't want to talk about radicalization. Where the fuck this nigga going? They don't want to talk about radicalization. See? All y'all want to do is joke. That's all y'all want to do. We trying to touch on real topics and y'all want to joke. It's cool though. So we ain't gonna let up off of it. YouTube ain't trying to allow us to be sane. I guess they got upset at my last couple videos. If I was over here talking about black on black crime, y'all be over this bitch doing the most. We talking about white on white crime today. We talking about white on white crime today. That's the topic. What you think about Yvonne? What you think about white on white crime? Why are these things happening? It's just crazy that y'all got all the answers, man. If I was to ask y'all, what's the reason for black on black crime? Y'all would have a laundry list of answers. A laundry list, an EBT line of list. You heard me? The list would be long as the EBT line in the 80s. But I'm asking y'all, what's wrong? And why are these white kids being radicalized? Why are these white kids being radicalized and y'all ain't got no answers for me? I think that's crazy, y'all. Shit, a lot of people been getting caught. I'm on the way to work now, Mac Deasy. I'm on the way to work now. But on the way to work, we gotta at least have these conversations, y'all. If we don't have these conversations, who gonna have them? If Keep It G News don't bring these conversations to y'all, then who else is gonna have them? Ain't no every now and then. Yo, white people commit the most violent crime in America. It's not no every now and then. It's consistent. Come on, yo, we not doing that, y'all. We not splitting hairs here, y'all. We putting everybody in a bubble, and we looking at them through the same light. That's what we doing. That's what this whole thing is about. This whole thing is about putting everyone in a bubble. We not separating nothing. We had a person come over here yesterday talking about, yeah, they white trans shooters. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't separating them by gender. We ain't separating them by sexual orientation. Nope, we ain't doing that. Not age, none of that. We putting everybody in a bubble, and we gonna look at them the same. So the question I got for y'all is, what is the issue? We know, per the federal government statistics, that white people commit at least 70% of the violent crime in America. 70%. We ain't talking about murder, we talking about violent crime. 70%. How do y'all justify that? And these are real numbers. These is not me making nothing up. These are real numbers. They commit most of the thefts. We just watched the white lady run up in a house broad daylight. Matter of fact, she on like a crime spree at this point. She done hit about 15 houses. You know what I mean? She ain't got no remorse. She ain't even got pics. And she got a Glock in her purse. So she ready to shoot upon disturbance. Like, she ain't playing. I want to know, yo, how do we fix this? Straight up. I think it's understood that parenting is a major issue. I told you I was giving out parenting classes. Y'all need to get with me. If your kids are out of control, if you think they on a cusp of being radicalized, hit the Cash App, hit the inbox. We can set up a consultation, man. I'm gonna get them right. Get y'all kids right, man. 'Cause I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of feeling unsafe. Going to work. You know what I mean? I'm watching every roof. Watching the kids with book bags. You don't know, they might got a bomb in that bitch. You don't know what the fuck going on out here, man. I'm scared to death. I notice I ain't been wearing my shades lately because I got to pay attention. I got to see the road. Got to pay attention to my surroundings. What's up, Sean? Mo. Now let me know, y'all, if we start getting grainy. You know how it be sometimes on the ride to work. But do anybody have any answers? What's the problems in the black community? Let me ask y'all that. I know y'all got some answers for that. Why is black on black violence or murder so high? Who got the answers to that? So y'all got all them answers. Y'all can tell me, y'all probably can tell me that shit in French, Chinese. But the minute I say, yo, what's up with these radicalized people and these politically motivated assassination attempts, and these school shootings, and these motherfucking, these crimes of opportunity, like we just watched. That man went into a dormitory and killed 4 people for absolutely no reason. I mean, well, I don't know the reason. Maybe y'all know, but y'all ain't trying to tell us. That's the crazy thing about it. Y'all can tell us what's going on with black people, but for some odd reason, it's very odd, y'all. I'm trying to put my finger on the reasons why, but for some odd reason, y'all can't tell me no reason why these things is going on in y'all community. I don't understand it. I thought y'all had all the motherfucking answers. The fuck? You just had the dude at the rally talking about we built this and we did that and we did this. Well, so give me some answers. You got all the answers to everything else. Shit, the fuck is going on? Where's the law changes? I just want to see some law changes, y'all. I just think, we need more arrests. You know, it's a lot of things I've been thinking. You know, because I told y'all the other day, this is a solution-based platform. You know, we ain't out here just pushing rhetoric. We really trying to get to the root of the issue so we can fix it. But we ain't getting no help. I can't do it alone, y'all. There's no activists in the community. Is there a white activist in the community that's focused on the betterment of the kids? Because I think they like it. Whenever I gotta do it, you know it's an issue. So stop worrying about race and just worry about the facts. But yeah, I am worrying about the facts. Mad people talking about crime is crazy. Dang. So we can't even talk about crime. Yo, I swear, every day, y'all. Every day, y'all. I get a new sound bite from y'all every fucking day. Now we can't talk about crime. That's crazy, y'all. I'm done. I'm sick of y'all, man. Because we always mention race. Rabbi, what you mean? This is America. Why we can't mention race no more? Yo, y'all just moved the goalpost. Right now, we started at the 50-yard line. We outside the stadium. Y'all done moved the goalpost so far back. I don't think we'll ever get to that. We'll never score a touchdown. Straight up. The goalpost that got moved so far back, we'll never score. Yeah, yo, the people chat, that's how they been treating me, man. Yo, because I'm scared. The fuck is you talking about? Yo, go back and watch some of the videos we just watched. That shit got me in shot. I don't know what to do, man. You got ladies just coming up in houses. She look like she could be a fucking teacher with a Glock 40 in her purse. Man, you better be scared. What the fuck you talk about? Now I'm a victim. I think we all victims at this point. Everybody. Me, you. We all, look, I'm a clown. Yo, y'all fucking crazy. Y'all fucking crazy, yo. I swear, man, this is I'm bad. Yo, y'all wild, man. What about sundown towns? How y'all feel about those? Are sundown towns necessary? I don't think black people got sundown towns, y'all. I never heard one anyway. Never heard of a sundown town in the black community. What the fuck is up with that? What y'all got to say about that? Do y'all support sundown towns? It's Skyler. I'm the new CEO of Turning Point. I'm the new chairman, y'all. They voted me the chairman because they don't know what's going on. They don't know who's involved. It could have been an inside job. So they voted me. They voted me to be the chairman for 30 days to get to the bottom of, this Charlie Kirk situation. So make sure y'all hit the cash app. How is that, Andy? White people commit most of the violent crime in America. 70%. At least 70%. Explain that. If white people committing 70% of the violent crime in America, how you gonna say that? I don't know. Radicals. You talking about St. Louis? Ain't St. Louis predominantly black? Dumbass. The fuck? If St. Louis is predominantly black, then who else is gonna commit the crimes? Stupid. See how dumb you sound? Wouldn't that be common sense? You dumbass. Wouldn't that be common sense? Who committing all the crime in Utah? The fuck? That shit sounds stupid, man. I just be wanting y'all to see how dumb y'all arguments sound. Yeah, I think we need some National Guard in Utah, to be honest. Whenever you got snipers on the roof that scaling through buildings and shit like that, I think the National Guard need to be deployed. In all my years of being in Baltimore, I ain't never heard nobody getting sniped from a roof. I ain't never heard no shit like that. These motherfuckers running around here with military training, and y'all don't think it's an issue. Alright. Keep not thinking it's an issue. Keep thinking shit a game. I'm going on the same statistics that everybody else is saying. I'm using the same statistics that everybody else is using when they say that black people is 13% of the population and commit 51% of the murder. I'm going on the same percentages, the same statistics. Go back. We done reviewed them thoroughly. We done reviewed the statistics thoroughly, and the statistics overwhelmingly say that white people commit most of violent crime in America. Look up the FBI Most Wanted. Go to FBI Most Wanted and find a black person on there. American black person. Top 10, top 20. Go to the top 20 FBI Most Wanted list and see how many black people you see on that motherfucker. Alright, so they caught him. So what we gonna do about the ones that's free? So they just cause they caught him, yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all sound fucking stupid. I just want y'all to see how hypocritical y'all is, and to show y'all that y'all was sold a lie. Y'all was sold a lie. A lot of y'all that running y'all mouth, a black person ain't never even did nothing to you, man. Y'all just hate because of media propaganda and false narratives. So we just gonna create more false narratives. I think, it shouldn't be a limit to false narratives. I mean, we should be able to create as many as possible. You don't think so? It's a free country, right? We should be able to put false narratives and stereotypes on whoever we want to put them on, and convince the world that it's true. Right? Should we be able to do that in a free world? But I ain't putting out false narratives. I'm putting out statistics. We just putting out alternative facts. Like Donald Trump taught us that. No, my view count over here is so low because YouTube ain't put me in the algorithm. Because YouTube don't want this talked about. Go back to some of the other videos I did on this. 50,000, 40,000, 20,000. YouTube they want to silence it. That's why the view count low today. That's all. But if I was on here talking about black on black crime, y'all be coming in droves. YouTube had me all in the algorithm. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all about propaganda and how it works. Media manipulation. They can manipulate the media. They can show you what they want you to see versus what they don't want you to see. And they don't want you to see that, it's a problem in the white community. It's a problem with radicalized kids, and it needs to be addressed. They don't want you to talk about that. They want to act like that don't exist. They want to bury that. But we ain't burying that. We digging it up. And we putting it on the motherfucker. We putting that bitch on the statue. So the whole world can see it. Just like they did to us. They use economic problems to disenfranchise a whole group of people. Economic problems that they created. That's what they did. And y'all dumbasses believed it. That's what the fuck really happened. And I'm not skipping over a group. We talking about, we only focusing on one group at a time. That's the thing that we do in America. We do one group at a time. So right now, we talking about white people. Tomorrow, we might talk about black people. You never know. Stick around. Subscribe to the channel. You never know. You never know what you're going to get. But at least for the month of September. Project Baby. What it do? At least for the month of September, we talking about white on white crime, y'all. I think with the recent events, this is the time to do it. Because it's obviously a problem. You got two people that try to assassinate Donald Trump. You got Charlie Kirk assassination. You got people shooting at Kamala Harris. These ain't black people, y'all. These ain't black people. Yo, you can't tell me why my view count low. I know why it's low. Because it wasn't low at first. I know why it's low. Because I go against the grain. I'm not a puppet. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not a puppet. I'm going to say what needs to be said when it needs to be said. And don't give a fuck about the views. You understand? YouTube tries to control people that way. They try to control people by views and money. I'm not controlled by views and money. I'm going to say what needs to be said. I don't give a fuck if it's 10 people, 1,000 people, 500 people, 100 people. If it needs to be said, it's going to be said on Keep It G News. And right now, what needs to be said is, I think it's a parenting issue in the white community. And I'm offering my resources, I'm offering help. So if your kids is out of control, if they over there disrespecting you, calling you all type of bitches, and you ain't got no hold over, their decision making, get the cash out. You won't get them right. If your kids is on the verge of being radicalized, you won't get them right. I'm just trying to fix the community. That's all. Since ain't nobody else providing no real resources. Like I told you, I ain't never had a parent-teacher meeting. My kids ain't never had no parent-teacher meeting. My kids is doing great. I remember for years, my youngest son, the teacher didn't even think he taught. That nigga go in school, he just do work. You understand? No issues, no problems, no nothing. No fights, no nothing. No disrespect, no nothing. I'm just trying to help, install that type of behavior in y'all kids, because it's lacking somewhere. I don't think I'm wrong for that. Y'all kids out here disrespecting y'all, calling y'all bitches, and fuck you, mom. Fuck you, mom. Fucking cunt. That shit sound familiar? My kids don't do that shit. Oh my God. Yo, so why y'all ain't tell Charlie Kirk I hope he find peace in his soul? Like, see that? Why y'all don't say that to Ben Shapiro? Why do y'all champion these people? Nick Fuentes, and the rest of them fuck boys. Why y'all don't never be like, yo, you need to find peace in your heart, man? Like, yo, that shit you saying is wrong, man. You over here pushing stereotypes. Why y'all don't never do that? I don't see them in, if I was to go to their comments, I ain't gonna see that. I'm gonna see black fatigue. I'm gonna see black fatigue. That's what I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see people lying. I'm gonna see people lying. I'm gonna see white people lying saying I'm black and I agree. But you go to their page and they ain't black at all. They just lying. See, that's why I call y'all y'all are hypocrites. And I think y'all are professional victims. Y'all are professional victims, man. Straight up. I'm standing on that shit. Y'all got a victim mentality. Y'all got a victim mentality. Y'all don't want to take accountability. See, yo, historically, it's been things done to black people. It's not a victim mentality. It's just facts. You know what I mean? Y'all cannot accept the fact that these white kids are being radicalized. And y'all is doing nothing about it. I haven't heard not one solution from y'all yet. We've been talking about this shit for 4 days, 2 weeks. Y'all ain't provided not one solution. All y'all do is deflect and blame black people and call names. Yo, how do you fix white radicalization? Can somebody tell me? It's a major problem in America. It's a major problem. Can y'all give me some solutions? Maybe we can send it to Trump. You know, I would recommend jail. You know, if it was up to me, if I was the decision maker, I would recommend jail. And that's it. Nothing else. No rehabilitation, no nothing. Just jail for the parents and the children. But it ain't up to me. So I want to hear from y'all what needs to be done. Hell no. Black kids, they getting radicalized. The black kids scared of their parents. The fuck we talking about? Yo, our kids don't play with us. Our kids scared to death to do some wild ass shit like that. To hurt some innocent people for no reason. No, hell no. Our kids ain't doing that. They'd be scared of what their parents gonna say. But obviously that's not the same in other cultures. So how do we fix this? Now I meant parents. That two-parent household statistic that was low in the 70s, then went up about 20%, 15-20%. And the reason it was low is because of the government. The government did that. But y'all don't want to admit that. Like I told y'all, the beef that black people got ain't even with white people. Y'all just in the way. Y'all just being nosy. It really ain't got shit to do with y'all for real. It's really the government. But since the government that fooled y'all into believing that black people is the problem, y'all helped them create a shield. You know what I mean? Y'all really being pawns. They really using y'all like pawns. Because all y'all doing is shielding the government for taking accountability for what the fuck really happened. Dumbass. Never thought about it like that, have you? Beef ain't with y'all. Y'all just in the way. They just played y'all against us to protect them. That makes sense? Stupid. They played y'all against us to protect them because they are in the wrong. But y'all don't understand that though, because y'all too busy being racist and falling from media manipulation and propaganda. What you mean what happened? Told you what happened. Mass incarceration happened. Welfare system happened. Planned Parenthood happened. The assassination of all our political activists happened. The crack epidemic happened. The fuck you mean what happened? Pick one. The motherfucking transition from rap music to gangster music happened. The privatized prisons happened. Like I can go on for days. You don't know none of that? You know everything else? How you ain't know that? Look it up. You think I'm lying? Look up when the black community started declining. Right after they killed Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and knocked the Black Panthers off. The 70s. Look it up. Right after the Civil Rights Movement ended. Look it up. In the 60s, black parents was together. Two-parent households at damn near 70%. From the 60s to the 70s, it went from 70% to 30%. How the fuck does that happen? How does that happen in a 10-year time frame? What changed? Propaganda. COINTELPRO. Come on, man. Yo, you're not just talking to no dummy. You're not talking to Ben Shapiro. You're not talking to somebody that don't know. You're not an outsider. Not an outsider. I grew up poor. I remember welfare had to do checks at the house and couldn't man be there. I remember these things. Not a dumbass. Not ignorant. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. It can all be A simple Google search. But then y'all say, yo, you believe Google? I mean, you believe the FBI? Man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all funny as shit. Look up what I'm saying then, Casey. Find out for yourself. If you think I'm lying, Google it. Google what mass incarceration did. Google what the crack epidemic did. What happened after they murdered Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and the Black Panthers and all that shit. Medgar Evers, all the activists in the community. Google it. You think I'm lying? You think I'm making it? Yo, don't delete nobody, Shawnee. Let him rock. If you think I'm making it up, Google it yourself, and then come back and be like, "Dang, keep your G. I ain't know." Oh, you ain't even gotta say that. Tell your friends. Spread the word. Like I said, y'all really in the way. To be honest, y'all really in the way. Y'all protecting the government that don't give a fuck about you or us. You feel me? Y'all just been protecting the government that y'all got issues with too. But y'all so fucking ignorant, you don't even realize the culprits. Your hatred for black people allows you to not even realize what's going on. The way the media turns y'all against black people make you not even be able to recognize what's going on. I say it's a few things that override common sense. Y'all know I always talk about this. Jealousy, envy, hate, love, clout chasing. Overrides common sense. So since your hearts is filled with hate, you can't possibly see what's really going on. And why? You don't want to see it. It's too much hate. It's too much hate to even open your heart up to see what the fuck going on. Open your mind, fuck your heart. Open your mind up to see what's going on. Because we don't need no sympathy. Black people don't want sympathy at all. Charlie Kirk was right about what? Let me know what he was right about, because I ain't hear him say nothing right about anything. Because Charlie Kirk didn't explain the numbers. Charlie Kirk just was giving y'all statistics, like I'm giving y'all statistics, that white people commit most of the rapes in America. White people commit most of violent crime in America. White people commit most of thefts in America. What else? What else numbers we saying? Drug abuse, alcohol violations, drunk driving. What else? Did Charlie Kirk talk about that? I ain't gonna lie, we looked up the stats, Jason. These FBI statistics that everybody loves. These are the same statistics that everybody loves to use to demonize black people. The same statistics. Now I'm giving y'all the other parts of the statistics that nobody talk about, and I'm lying. And I'm lying now. Shit crazy. All this shit, man. I'm about sick of y'all, man. I think I'm fatigued. The fuck. I didn't went from being appalled to disappointed. Now I'm just fatigued. Straight up. I'm fatigued, man. Ain't no helping y'all, man. Y'all wanna hate. Raised on it. Not everybody. Because it's some people that understand exactly what I'm saying. But no, y'all call them liberals. That's just a liberal talking. Meanwhile, y'all being preyed upon by both of them. Ain't none of them right. If they ain't left or right, they both part of the same system. The system of oppression. But y'all so fucking stupid. Y'all done went so far down the fucking rabbit hole, now you lost. But think you know everything. And I still haven't got the answers on what needs to be done about white radicalization. Y'all ain't gave me no answers yet. We 2 weeks in. I haven't got not one answer from y'all. But if I say, yo, what's going on with black on black crime? Y'all say it's a lack of fathers. It's a lack of accountability. Y'all got every answer in the world that's wrong for that situation. But I'm asking y'all for answers of what's happening in your own households. And y'all can't tell me nothing. I'm fatigued. With black radicalization, y'all. Give me 5 examples of a radicalized black child killing innocent people. Radicalized. Give me 5, give me 3. Give me 3 examples. I ain't no radicalized. So now everybody leave. Motherfuckers, when I start asking y'all questions that they can't answer, motherfuckers want to leave now. I'm fatigued. I'm done. I'm fatigued. They're not radicalized. You know how gangs, in some of them communities, you can't even live around there if you don't join the gang. You know, in places like Chicago, gangs been a part of their culture for so long that it's damn near, the chances are that you're going to join a gang is high. It ain't that simple to just not join when you living in the neighborhood. It ain't that easy. Same as in California. It's not that easy. They're not radicalized. They misled. It's a difference between being radicalized and being misled. They're living in communities where all you see is gang members, gang bangers. These radicalized kids are coming from good households. Some of them 2-parent households. There's no reason for them to be out this bitch shooting and killing innocent people for no reason. And it's going unnoticed, and they in 2-parent households. Y'all talk about single mothers and black families and blame them for their kids being in the streets. So why are we not blaming these parents of radicalized children? Why y'all not blaming them? Because I am blaming them. I don't give a fuck what y'all doing. I am blaming them. Why y'all not blaming them? It's the bigger question. Shit. It ain't the line of thinking. I'm fatigued. I'm fatigued that y'all not taking accountability, y'all, for the issues that's going on, y'all. We just watched a man in Idaho go in a dormitory and kill 4 people for no reason. We just watched the woman. We just watched the woman run into a motherfucking on a whole crime spree with a Glock 9 in her purse. Broad daylight, going door to door, stealing and shit. And we looked at the numbers and we see that white people commit most of the thefts in America, so it lines right on up. We just watched a guy. One of them for almost 10 years while living in a household. How is these things happening? Yo, that could never happen in my house. Yo, my kids didn't hold nobody captive for 10 years without me knowing. It's no way possible. There's no way possible that my kids can hold somebody captive for 10 hours without me knowing. Well, I work a lot of hours. 24 hours without me knowing. I don't know by the time I get in that motherfucking house. Straight up. What the fuck going on in this bitch? Why the fuck is they chained up? Fuck, man. Hey, the fuck you got chains? Man, look. Why is it a cage right here? I'm gonna know something. The fuck? Fuck you back to this building. The fuck you making the shed for? What's all this aluminum doing that way? Fuck you trying to build a bomb in this bitch? I'm gonna know something. Straight up. And I'm gonna know before the world know. What's happening in y'all communities now, and it has been going on for at least 30 years, is that Y'all ain't finding out into the effects to people. So, Shab, man, y'all don't want to have no real con. I'm fatigued. That's why I'm fatigued, though, y'all. I'm fatigued of the hypocrisy. I'm fatigued of the lack of accountability. I'm fatigued. Straight up, yo. I think we all fatigued at this point. Y'all ain't taking no accountability, man. None. And this ugly. And I never thought that we'd see this day. I done watched whole Back the Blue protests. I done watched whole protests talking about Back the Blue. We just had a guy in York, PA, shoot 5 police officers, kill 3 because he was stalking his girlfriend outside with army fatigue on with binoculars on some peeping Tom shit. I ain't where the fuck is the Back the Blue rallies? I ain't seen one yet. That him would have been a black man. There'd have been a whole bunch of when that guy in Cleveland, Ohio, or Cincinnati, Ohio, ran over that innocent cop because the police killed his son. It was Back the Blue everywhere. I remember it wasn't that long ago. But now here it is. You got a white man shot 5 police, killed 3, and ain't no Back the Blue. That's crazy. Y'all don't give a fuck about no motherfucking Back the Blue. Y'all lying. I never before bomb. Now I'm whining. No accountability. No accountability at all. I'm whining because I'm giving y'all the facts. I'm whining. So is Bishop Shapiro whining when he talking about black on black crime? Is he whining then? Are these white people that get on these platforms and talk about violence in the black community, are they whining? Why y'all don't say they whining? Y'all be like facts. You go. We you. Why y'all not giving me that same praise, man? I feel disrespected, man. I feel disrespected, y'all. I don't like this. I don't like how this feel, man. I thought y'all would appreciate this. I thought y'all would appreciate this just as much as y'all appreciated hearing black crime statistics. I thought y'all would love to hear white crime statistics. Well, shit. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I overstepped my boundaries, man. Maybe that's what it is. Because I'm surprised at the reaction I'm getting. I thought I'd be getting super chats, cash apps, all type of shit. How am I lying? Yo, I gave real stats. Black people commit most of violent crime in America at 70%. It's a real stat. White people commit most of rapes in America. It's a real stat. Alcohol, drug offenses. It's a real stat. I'm not fucking lying. I pulled it up. Several videos. Hey, Monte. I could agree if that was the narrative that was being pushed. I do agree. Actually, I do agree. But that's not what's being told to the world. That haven't been the narrative for 30 years. For 30 years, it's been all black people. So I don't understand now. I'm showing that it's a crime in the white community too. Now why we want to say is everybody committing crime. Why we want to say that now? We should have said that years ago. I'm not blaming no left. See, that's that dumbass shit y'all keep falling for. It ain't no left. It's both. Like, yo, y'all gotta back out of that political shit. That political shit damaging y'all brain. Ain't no left, ain't no right. It's both. I just told y'all, black people don't got problem with white people. Black people got problem with the system. And the system used y'all against us to protect them. That's what the fuck is going on. But y'all, a lot, not everybody, but a lot of y'all so built with hate that y'all can't even see it. Y'all protecting the system. The same system that's doing fucked up shit to y'all. Y'all complain about the system but protect them at the same time. Yo, black people issues with the government. The government put crack cocaine in our neighborhoods. The government put Planned Parenthood in our streets. The government did these things, man. The government killed Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and all them. The government did that. Yeah, maybe that's how it was back then, bro. That shit done changed. That shit done changed a lot. That shit done changed a lot. That shit done changed over the years. They both on the same page now. They must have got together and had a meeting. And they said, look, we can't keep doing this. Yeah, I don't support Black Lives Matter, Stacey. The Black Lives Matter was white people. Yo, Black Lives Matter wasn't black people. See, that's what I'm saying. You see how manipulated y'all is by the media. Yo, Black Lives Matter was white people, man. What's up, Tom? What's up, Evan? Yo, everybody knows Black Lives Matter. Stacey, you might be the only one that didn't know that. You might be the only one that didn't know that. Yo, a large percentage of the world knows that Black Lives Matter was white people. That was Antifa. That was the left. Yo, we not on that like that, yo. Black people ain't on no left or right shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't give a fuck about none of them parties for real. If you want the real honest truth, I ain't talking about the plants that they put on the internet, that they parade around. And no, I'm talking about real black people. Yeah, we don't give a fuck about that shit, man. Fucking give a fuck about no goddamn politics like that. You know what I mean? We ain't on front line. If it was to be a Democratic and Republican war, know who it'd be? White on white violence. That's what the fuck it is. If the Democrats and Republicans was to go to war, it's gonna be white people fighting white people. I bet you. Who wanna disagree with that? Who wanna disagree with that? I think they both allow the drugs to come across the board. I'm glad that you can admit that, though, Gaia. A lot of people can't admit that. So how can see? So guys, so if you can admit that they allow these drugs, I ain't even talking about. I'm talking about the war they funded. America funded a war on drug money, man. America funded a war on drug money. Put the drugs in the community. Put the drugs in the community, and then came back with stiffer laws on the same drugs that they put in the community. And people wonder what the fuck happened. And people say, well, you playing a victim. No, ain't no, but that shit really happened. Yo, playing a victim. Yo, that's when you say somebody's playing a victim, you're disregarding the facts. You understand what I'm saying? You disregarding the facts. So saying somebody playing a victim is almost like calling somebody crazy. You know, you disregard whatever this person went through that led to these things. It's the same concept. It's easy to just dismiss somebody. Oh, he crazy. Yo, but what happened? How did this person get this way? You know, when you say somebody playing a victim, you disregarding the civil rights movement. You disregarding the Black Panther movement. You disregarding mass incarceration. You disregarding the three strikes laws and shit like that. You disregarding the crack epidemic. You disregarding all of them things and acting like they never happened. And those things were real. You disregarding redlining. These things really happened, man. Like this not, it's not made up. It can be, you can Google it. You can Google it. When you talk about the police and why black people don't trust the police, you disregarding the history that black people have with police. There's a history here. You think we just woke up one morning and said, man, fuck the police? No, hell no, man. That came from years of mistreatment. That shit came from years of abuse. These are facts. This can be proven. This is not my opinion. This is not nothing I'm making up. These things can be looked up. They used to sick dugs on us and spray us with water hose. These things are true. This is going on in the 90s. Like, yo, y'all just, I don't know, y'all. That's why I call y'all hypocrites. Look, if I'm talking crazy, look it up and come back and say I'm wrong. Look up anything I mentioned. Google. Right at you. You can look it up while you're on live. You can look it up while you're watching this live. You can make the live in the small screen, and you can look up everything I'm saying. And tell me what I lied about. Tell me what I lied about. I ain't lied about a goddamn thing yet. Not the numbers I gave on white crime. Not the things I said that happened to the black community. I ain't lied about a goddamn thing. Know who is lying? Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk. Hey John, you don't think we talk about black on black crime enough? You don't think we spent enough time talking? I think it's time to talk about white on white crime, man. I think we did enough talking about black on black crime. I think white on white crime is an issue in America right now that needs to be discussed. God damn, why do you always do that? Yeah, per capita, white people commit most of violent crime in America, y'all. It's at 79%. It's at 79%, y'all. Most white people commit most of violent crime in America. So I don't know if it's 79, but I know it's in the 70s. At the lowest, it was 69.4 or something like that. But it might have been 76. We looked at a lot of numbers the last couple of days, so I can get it confused. But I'm for certain it's in the 70s. I mean, at least 69%. At the very least. It's the FBI statistics that people like to use to demonize black people. The same statistics. Off the same stat sheet. They haven't did the numbers since 2019. So these are the most recent numbers that we got. I gotta take these pictures real quick. Matter of fact, we're gonna revisit this conversation, man. Make sure y'all stick around, y'all, so we can, it's good to have these conversations. Say, why did they stop? What black people done in Chicago? Chicago is a safe city, man. If you look at Chicago, murder rate per capita, Chicago don't need to be in the top 15. Chicago not in the top 10 of murders per capita. But you wouldn't know that, because you believe lies. Look it up. Top 10 dangerous cities. See where Chicago at on that motherfucker. Chicago's a huge city, man. It's 6 million people in Chicago. Or 3 million. I think it's 6 million. 6 million people in Chicago, man. Chicago is relatively safe. Now you got bad pockets in Chicago, but as a whole, Chicago is not a dangerous city. You can live places in Chicago and not have to worry about being killed. Fuck boy. See, y'all, I don't know who y'all think y'all talking to. Maybe it's because I got golds in my mouth and locks. Y'all think I'm just ignorant. Yo, but I'm very knowledgeable about the things that I speak on. Everything I speak on can be looked up. Like, if you don't want to believe me. But I just found out that y'all don't believe Google either, or the FBI, so I don't know who to believe. Believe fucking Nick Fuentes. Believe Ben Shapiro. They'll tell you the truth. I know, it is a bigger picture. White radicalization. You know, because white radicalization, for the most part, crime in the black community is controlled into a specific area. White radicalization is happening everywhere. You don't know when it's gonna happen next. You know what I mean? You could just be sitting at a park and this motherfucker come through and just start shooting for no reason. Just because you got a blue balloon. They might think you're a Democrat or Republican or something. I just got out the shower, Stacy. Hey, Stacy, you don't want to talk about us taking a shower, because I was locked up with white people. And y'all don't want to have that conversation, I promise you. You do not want to have that conversation about taking no shower, Stacy. You don't want to have that conversation. Straight up. You don't want to talk about cleanliness. I just say the study that say that you only supposed to take a shower three times a week. Black people don't do that. I done watch white people get in the shower and just wash their hair. You know what I mean? Get in the shower, wash their hair, and jump straight out. Like, damn, what the fuck? And do that shit for 3 days straight. You don't want to do that. I'm not rage baiting. I'm giving statistics. This the thing about it, man. Why y'all didn't say these other people is race baiting? I ain't wrong. So you tell me I didn't see that? I'm telling you that's what I seen that. I'm telling you I seen it. Ain't nobody wrong. I really seen that in real life. Y'all make shit up for views. I'm not rage baiting. What I'm doing is I'm shining the light back at the same people that put the light on us. That's what I'm doing. It's not rage baiting. I'm saying that through the death of Charlie Kirk and all this politically motivated violence, it is now time to have the uncomfortable conversation on white violence in America. Because I'm scared, and most of the black people I know is scared, but we don't know what's going on. There's snipers on the roof out this bitch. You got these motherfuckers running around with military training, shooting from 2 football fields away. Ain't nobody, but I'm telling the truth. Ain't nobody making nothing up. But I'm ready to go to work. Cause I do have a job, contrary to what a lot of y'all believe. You know, look how dirty my shirt is. Yeah, so I do work. You know, I know they told y'all black people don't work and black men don't take care of their kids, but we actually did. Moved back to Africa. I never lived in Africa. Yeah, I'm crazy as shit. Yo, but we gonna get back. This is a black and mild. You see, this guy has a filter. I don't even smoke, man. I don't even smoke weed, man, or drink alcohol, or pop pills. You know, you can't tell. Look at my skin color. But make sure I hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's another day. Keep your news, and I'm out.